Okay.
We've been talking today with Ernie Stork and Deb Way from she's the director of our acute inpatient rehab, and Ernie's been sharing his story with all of the listeners and viewers, and forget if I'm on radio or TV some days. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And Ernie's been talking about his time. He was up on the unit for about a month.
Yes.
And he's been sharing what that meant. We were talking during the break about how this might be beneficial for those that are thinking, that are stalling on having surgery, maybe elective surgery. Deb, help me out here. You're clinical
You know, like
as
if
a
they
nurse.
needed a total hip or a total knee done,
Yeah.
like due to arthritis, and some people put it off because they're fearful of what will happen afterwards. We have a wonderful orthopedic
Yes, we do.
floor where they do training ahead of time to tell you what's going to happen, make you as aware as possible of the changes that will occur. And then if they qualify and they come to my floor, a lot of times they really don't need rehab. They're well enough to go home
Right.
with home health. But when they come in and with the education beforehand and the therapy immediately starting after surgery, you see a much greater recovery. People that have bilateral knees done, and we've had a bilateral hip done on our floor that came to us. And, you know, within 7 to 10 days, they're walking 300 foot, they're
Oh, that's
getting up
wonderful.
and down off a toilet, or getting in and out of bed. They're being able to dress their lower body and put the TED hose on that we use to make sure that we don't have any kind of blood clot issues that occur. So, you know, it's amazing what people can do.
Right. And I'm always, we are so blessed. I talk about this every single show because we're so blessed in this community to have all of the services that we have at Baxter Regional Medical Center. For instance, what you've just talked about, I would think that by going up to your third floor unit to have the intensive rehab right there under supervision, making sure that you're doing the correct rehab,
Right.
I'm going to call them exercises
Right.
for lack of anything else, to be able to do it the right way so that you're not re-injuring, you know, making sure that you're under the supervised care of trained personnel who really know what they're doing. So,
Right.
Absolutely.
and Ernie is our absolute proof of that. For those that are just joining us, we're so proud that Ernie was able to drive himself here today. He's still got his cane, but as he said, he likes to use that, gets a little sympathy with that. Yeah.
Right. Don't tell everybody.
Okay, we won't tell everybody. But I mean, you had your fall in February.
Right.
Surgery after that, then you went through our 5th floor. You were there for a short time
Yep.
with our. You'd initially gone through the Joint Club, and then the rehab with their ortho floor on 5 South, and then down to Deb's unit on the 3rd floor for
Correct.
that intensive.
Right.
And the beauty of this, we from start to finish, from injury through all of phases of the recovery, and Ernie had home health when he went home.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's right. I had
we keep the care continuum going.
excellent, and they were just as
Now, what
talented.
was done at home? What kind of thing is done at home?
Almost anything that you would think at home. You know, naturally the equipment is not there at home as you would have in the hospital. But there's different exercises, I guess I'm going to use the word exercises, that they perform that they, and we have something to, when she's not there or whoever comes in to help, they have something to say, here's what you should do at home.
Oh, okay.
Or they'll say, try this, you know, this will help. Don't do that, but do this.
Right.
And it'll help you improve that much more. Be an exercise of some kind, walking the knee, moving the leg, whatever
Right.
the case may be.
Right. Strengthening those
Strengthening
muscles.
the muscles, so forth. And it did help. It's like anything else. If there's no one there to say, do it, I'll do it tomorrow.
What do you mean That ice cream sitting right there isn't
Yeah.
on my diet.
Yeah, there you are. So
If no one sees you eat it, does it count?
now you got the.
Yeah.
That's why I say it. Those people were great. They did a lot for me, and I really appreciate.
Well, you're
that.
living proof. Well, and you put in 125% effort too,
Well,
which is crucial. If you don't listen or follow the advice that's given to
Yep.
you, it's of no use.
there you are. And they would look at you and stare, and they just like they don't
Stare.
even hear you. Just-
Yeah. We call that our moment of silence for you to reassess where we're at. You want to do one? Mm-hmm.
So exactly, exactly. So everything I can think about these people, I'd like to express. But I'm sure there'll be some things that I'll miss, and I wish I had the opportunity to do it again for that reason. But again, I hope I've given you enough.
Oh, you've given us the accolades for the staff and for the program on Deb's unit is,
They
you've covered it very well.
They
Oh, yes.
deserve it. They actually should, and they do
Yeah.
deserve every bit of it.
So, well, we're delighted that you came on the show today to share that with us.
Thank you for asking me.
When do you think you'll be back volunteering? Because we miss you at the hospital.
Any moment.
Any moment.
No, it won't be too long. I think I will be able. Becky is very, shall we say, wants to make certain that the person who's doing it can do the job.
Yeah, she doesn't want you to re-injure
There you
yourself
are.
or
And
have
I
any
think-
sort of
and
relapse.
I've been given the okay by the surgeon to do it, whatever you
Good.
feel as far as you can go. So you may be seeing me within the next week or two.
Okay, for those that
Good
come
deal.
for those that come into the hospital for any reason as a visitor or
Right.
as a patient, when you come in, what I call the front door,
Right.
that's by the coffee kiosk, right across is information,
Right.
and that's where Ernie normally is.
That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting by the door.
With that big smile and ready to help and send you
Right.
where you need to go, the shortest route. So
There you go.
Yeah,
I'll be there.
yeah.
Come please see and visit me.
Deb, talk to us about, too, if you would, with a few minutes that we have remaining. You're celebrating how many years?
15 years.
15 years. See,
The
a lot of-
rehab unit has been open
Yeah.
15 years.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. Oh, I didn't
And
know that.
we started with the unit being split between oncology and rehab. And it has grown to the point where now rehab is the whole unit. We have celebrated many, many positive outcomes with like Ernie through our 15 years. And we've been able to celebrate ourselves with our education. The unit is so focused on being sure that we know the latest information, that
You've
we
sent a
know
lot
the
of your
latest.
nurses off for
Oh,
special
yeah.
training. Yeah.
Yes, we had 4 last year that became certified rehab nurses. We'll probably send 3 to 4 more this year.
That's wonderful.
We've been going to the Spinal Cord Commission workshops. We just recently attended a TBI, traumatic brain injury, down in Hot Springs. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, I appreciate that Ernie thinks we're good, and I believe we're very good. But I also believe that the way we stay very good and continue to serve our community is to continue with our education.
Absolutely.
You know, we do, I think, some of the most remarkable things when you have a 94-year-old go home, or you have someone come in that wasn't walking, they had a tumor on their spine, and then they walk back in to see you.
Yep.
You know, it's humbling, and it's so rewarding.
Well, and thank goodness you do send your staff and yourself and others out for more training, because the technology, Deb's been on our show before, and with equipment called BioNest, that electrical stimulation from a non-clinical
That's what it
I'll
is.
put it that way. So we just, you know, I mean, literally people that were not walking, as you said,
Right.
have retrained the brain
Yeah.
and walk out of that unit. I
It
mean,
is
these are
amazing.
miracles.
That's true.
This is
There-
miracles.
I've seen it. I've been there to see it.
Yep.
And you see it, you believe it.
It really becomes home up there, doesn't it, Ernie?
Oh, that's for
Yeah.
sure. It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could have explained more about that explanation of being up there, but there's something special about those people that they carry around with them, and I feel very.
They love what
very
they do and they let it show.
That's right.
So-
They all work together,
Yeah.
just like one
Great-
unit. One
great
unit.
teamwork.
And I don't want to overdo it. They're going to get, if they see me, they'll.
Oh, they'll see you. They'll be watching.
They'll be
this.
watching
You
it?
betcha.
Oh, they're great.
We have a huge viewing audience out there, Ernie.
Okay, excellent. I'll come and visit them before I go to work. And
They
see
would
how
As you
they're doing.
volunteer, okay.
I'm gonna go visit them, see how they, show them what they've done. They'll be
They'll love to see
rewarded.
that. That's why they love what they do. And they really, they get to see the end results.
Yeah.
I think sometimes in healthcare, that's always one of those, you don't always get to see what your care has
That's right.
done for someone ultimately.
That's right.
But in this case, they
Well.
get to see it leave.
I just hop along right there.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Well, hop along. Thanks for coming on the show today.
All right. Very good. Thank you.
Ernie
Again,
Stork, Deb Way, Director of the Acute Inpatient Rehab. Thank you so much for being guest today. It has been delightful. Would you come back and see us again soon?
absolutely.
Okay, maybe St. Patrick's Day we'll do a little dance?
I was trying to do a polka not too long ago, but it's not ready yet. We'll
A
do
polka. Oh, we'll do a polka.
We'll give it a go, though.
All right, we'll give it a go. Thanks again for being here on BRMC's Healthy Connections. Come back next week and join us. Thank you.